May it please the court, the accused is attempting to establish justification for the offense, and I'm trying to prove that there's no justification.
Sustained.
Colonel, I have here original letters written by you to the War Department over the period of the last 2 years. You recognize them?
They're mine, all right.
I've read them with great interest.
I'm glad somebody did.
I should like to question you about some of the statements you make in these communications. You say here that in future wars, soldiers will invade peaceful lands by leaping in parachutes from airplanes in the sky. Would you care to reveal who gave you this startling information?
Nobody gave it to me. It's quite obvious to anyone with the slightest foresight.
I see. Then do you mean that the chiefs of staff of the Army and Navy are not only treasonable and incompetent, but are lacking in foresight as well?
You said that. I didn't.
Now, in this letter, you recommend that the armed forces be separated into 3 branches: the Army, Navy, and the Air Force. Is that your opinion?
It is.
Why did you seek to divide the fighting forces of this country?
I didn't mean to divide them. I recommended that they all be combined under a single Department of National Defense, with specialists in command of each branch.
And did you see yourself, sir, in the role of the specialist in command of the Air Force?
Objection. The line of questioning up to now is a familiar one, seeking to falsely characterize the accused by the clever manipulation of semantics. Sustained.
You state here that the Army should investigate methods of protection against air raids, including alarm signals and bomb shelters. Bomb shelter. Is it your actual belief that this country is vulnerable to attack from the air?
It is my belief, if not now, at least within the foreseeable future.
Colonel Mitchell, do you have any idea of the width of the Atlantic Ocean?
Approximately 3,000 miles.
And the Pacific Ocean?
I know what you're getting at. And I tell you, it won't be long before an airplane will fly nonstop across both oceans.
Carrying bombs.
Carrying bombs.
Colonel Mitchell, do you realize that your declarations, if taken seriously, could result in creating panic among the people of our country?
I'd rather have the people scared than dead.
Now, here's one in which you propose that the government build an academy like West Point for airmen. What do you have against West Point?
I have nothing against West Point. It's a fine school for infantrymen. There should be an equally good school for flyers.
Now, in this one, you make the statement that, quote, airships traveling 1,000 miles an hour will fight each other in the stratosphere, unquote. Colonel Mitchell, do you have any comprehension how fast 1,000 miles an hour is?
Of course I do.
Do you know that it's faster than the speed of sound?
It's approximately 250 miles faster than the speed of sound.
Are there any airplanes today that can go 250 miles an hour?
We don't have any, I can tell you that.
But you said, sir, that they wouldn't only go 250 miles an hour, but they would go 250 miles faster than the speed of sound.
That's correct.
Well, now, would it be asking too much if I could learn from you what crystal ball you got these astounding facts from?
Objection. The prosecutor's attempting to ridicule the witness.
I'll answer that question. There is no crystal ball. Anyone with any knowledge of the air knows that the ultimate speed of aircraft is almost unlimited. It depends only on technical developments.
Amazing. Here's a letter to headquarters you wrote after a short trip to Hawaii. You say, quote, the Army and Navy commands here are concerned principally with the question of jurisdiction. There is so much petty bickering between them that the islands are virtually undefended, unquote. Do you consider that a proper observation to be made by an officer about a superior?
That was written in connection with my belief that air power will control the Pacific. It's very important that the missions of the Army, the Navy, and the air be sharply defined.
Thank you. You seem to have quite a bit to say about Hawaii, Colonel. For example, you write that Pearl Harbour has no adequate defense against air attack.
It hasn't.
And that a foreign power could attack and reduce the Hawaiian Islands in a matter of minutes. Do you actually believe that?
I not only believe it. If you look into those letters, you'll find my specific observations on how it can be done.
I was coming to that. Oh, yes. Here it is. Your letter dated December 14th, 1923. I'll read this slowly and distinctly because I want the court to know that you are second to none, that you are an expert in palmistry, table tipping, and the reading of tea leaves.
I object. The prosecutor's being abusive.
Objection sustained.
My apologies, Colonel. I'll let your words speak for themselves. Preceded by scouting submarines, enemy aircraft carriers will lay off the island of Oahu at a distance of about 150 miles. The attack will be launched in 2 waves and without warning. The first wave will strike at Pearl Harbour, Schofield Barracks, and the Ford Island Airdrome, and the naval fuel and ammunition dumps. This attack will be followed by a second shortly thereafter, its objectives being the city and wharfs of Honolulu. Colonel, what was your condition? What was your state of mind when you wrote this?
If you mean, was I crazy? The answer is no.
And you still cling to this prediction?
Unless we repair our defenses, we can certainly be attacked.
I see. Now, there's one piece of information I couldn't seem to find in your communications. Perhaps you could enlighten us. Does your crystal ball reveal by what enemy this mythical attack will be made?
Objection. The prosecutor is goading
By
the
whom,
witness.
Colonel? By whom?
Will the court instruct the witness not to answer that question?
I'll answer that question. The attack will be made by the Japanese.
The prosecution would like to submit these documents as the exhibit next in order.
They will be received.
Colonel Mitchell, what explanation the War Department will have to make to the Japanese ambassadors beyond the province of this court. However, now that you have said your say, now that you have done your little piece, and now that you have proclaimed your vision, might you not say that you have overstated your case and upon sober reflection, things aren't as bad as you said?
Most certainly not. I meant every word of it, and I still do.
Then I submit, Colonel Mitchell, that you are guilty of the most flagrant disorder to the prejudice of good military discipline.
I don't agree.